What's up, gamers? This is Wild. If you're enjoying the content on my channel, make sure to hit that like button and make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can join in discussions and contribute to the channel. So today we're going to be looking at Easter David Amerson. As you can see, he has pick specialist, deep defender as his chemistries, and he goes for around 120 to 130,000 coins on the auction house. I have him compared to the Gold Master Casey Hayward because they both play a similar style of defense when at the cornerback position. They both cover corners who are pretty active in the run stopping. You can see David Amerson is the more recently released player, so obviously he's going to be faster with the higher excel and speed, and he's going to get a speed boost with the pick specialist tier too. But Casey Hayward shouldn't be slept on because you can see he has pretty good press, play rate, zone coverage, and catching stats, so he isn't that bad of a player in his own right. Casey goes for around 75,000 coins on the auction house. Let's take a look at David to see if he's worth his price. What I noticed was the best quality about David Amerson was his zone coverage, and especially as you can see here, that coupled with the speed makes it pretty hard to beat him on those weird streaks, and especially since the swerve is pretty easy to stop, he's a pretty good player that you can throw into a coverage 3 scheme or any scheme where you want to throw him deep. He's also pretty good at breaking up the pass, which I believe is also a part of his zone coverage stat. But I mean, I didn't have any problems with him in zone coverage, where they had him in cloud flats, hard flats, the curl flat routes. You can see here that he's going to break off his deep third assignment to break off and come and hit a streak route or seam route. I give him an A plus in zone coverage. He didn't miss any assignments. He covered everything that came into the general direction, and he reacted to the ball pretty well. I mean, you can't really ask for much. If the ball's going through to his side near his zone, he's going to react and make a play on the ball. The next thing I noticed, or the other thing I noticed about David Amerson is though he's not billed as a run-stopping corner, he was pretty good at tackling and helping in the run game and taking out a ball carrier by himself. As you can see here, I mean, coupled with his pursuit and play rec and zone coverage, he's able to react to the ball being thrown and get to the ball carrier and take them down pretty quickly. And I was surprised at how many ball carriers he was actually able to take down on his own. I mean, obviously you got the big guys like Marshawn Lynch and Derrick Henry who will run over pretty much anybody, but aside from those big guys, he was pretty consistent in being able to stop and tackle ball carriers. Now he's not going to lay the big hit like Jalen Ramsey, and sometimes like this when he gets faced up against tight ends or those big blocking receivers, he'll get shed. He's not an ace in the hole when it comes to stopping the run, but he's pretty good, especially for his price and for his build as a cornerback. Now his highest rated stat in coverage is man coverage, and I found that I would give him a B plus to an A minus, even though that's his highest coverage stats. And the fact that man coverage is broken this year, I found that some other corners are very good at man coverage despite the game mechanics being pretty bad for man coverage. And Casey Hayward, don't get me wrong, he did very well in man coverage. You can see right here he picks off a C route in man coverage, which not a lot of corners do. But what I did find is that he did get beat in man coverage more often than the other top tier corners that I've had before. Now that's not to say he get beat a lot. I mean, over the course of his season, he probably got beat like 7 to 8 times over the course of a season, which is a lot of plays that I play in man coverage, and that's not a lot overall. But when it comes to the top corners, that is a lot higher than other guys like Dion and even Trey Waynes, who was a pretty lower tier nickel corner. As you can see here, he get bits pretty easy on some of those outside breaking routes like corner routes and some out routes. But overall, I do think he is definitely worth the pickup because he can play any corner position. With that good speed, he can play the nickel position, and he can blitz, and he can play on the outside because he can play man and zone coverage, and he can help stop the run. There's not anywhere on your secondary where he couldn't play. That's it for this video. Please like, favorite, and subscribe if you like the content. I'll see you around next time. Peace.